son has been off to college for almost a month now, I think. I'm looking at the calendar trying to think. Yeah, anyway, we miss him so much, but we are very happy for him, and he's adjusting. It takes time to adjust. A new schedule, a new place. Thankfully, he is with friends, so that is good. But yeah, he's been out of high school for 2 years, and now he's going back into school, so it's a big adjustment. And he is going to be working. He is working, and so that's new too. I mean, a new job. So anyway, and we just had my daughter's birthday party last weekend. First kitty party, and I think we over-invited. we had a small guest list to start with, like eight little girls, and it swelled to 12. So our house was full of little girls, which she had a blast, and I'm so thankful for her, because she had wanted a kitty birthday last year, and it was in the midst of my husband taking care of his mother, as she was very sick, and so we just couldn't do it. So we wanted to make sure we could do that for her this year, and she had a blast. We had a little mermaid birthday party for her, and played games, and she just had a blast. So, and she got to pick out a mermaid cake at the store, and but yeah, that was an all-day thing, because we had to clean up and reorganize and decorate, and then after the party we were so exhausted. I mean, I think everyone had a good time, but we were just so exhausted. We just got pizza for dinner and watched a movie, and so anyway. Next week I am going to be participating with a local family, very dear to our hearts. Their daughter has, or no, I'm sorry, their granddaughter has been fighting cancer, and she is not in remission, but well, I guess you can call it remission. But they do the St. Jude walk run every year, and I have participated before, but it was when my girls were really small. But anyway, so I will be doing that next Saturday. Anyway, I wanted to, I know I haven't been on here to do a video. Has it been, I know it's been 2 weeks. But anyway, I've really been wanting to do this. I was trying to do it this week, and it just didn't happen. So I was like, okay, today we'll try to get a video done and out. Because I really miss doing this. Sometimes I wonder if I was taking it for granted, and I shouldn't take things for granted. I should be grateful for every little thing. Anyway, so I'm making my coffee. I'm having maple pecan coffee. It is a seasonal flavored coffee. I found at my local Aldi when I was there, and it is so delicious. So I'm going to make that, and I think I'll have some raisin toast with it, and maybe we'll head over to my craft corner. Oh, want to talk about socks too, because it is getting colder, starting to get colder, and it made me think of my crochet socks. So I thought I would get those out, because they do need to be washed. I have not washed them in a while. And then I thought I would share them. So, and the patterns that they, or the books where they got the patterns from. So if you're interested in that, stick around for that too. Do I have anything else? Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. Baby stuff. 3 of my friends are expecting. And I wanted to make something to send to them. One is not local. 2 are local. One is a lady I work with. The other one was a lady that we know through our school. And so anyway, I have something to share about that too. I'm very excited. So, okay, I'm going to make the coffee. You make your coffee. And we will jump into this. Jump into it. Oh, my husband and I were flipping through channels last night. Not last night, the night before last night. Just kind of, you know. And we crossed upon Storage Wars. I don't know if you've ever seen that. And it's basically where these storage units get abandoned, basically. And they give them a certain amount of time to come and claim their things, and they don't. So they end up auctioning them off, and you cannot see what's in them. Well, I mean, you can, but you don't get to know what's in them. You just buy the storage unit for however much, if you have other people bidding against you. But anyway, and then you get whatever is in the container. So anyway, well, apparently this guy purchased this storage unit, and in it was an antique sock knitting machine, and he didn't know what it was, so he took it to his local yarn shop, and they were able to put everything together, had all the pieces, and it worked. They got it working, and the lady was explaining the history of the sock knitting machine, and actually demonstrated. She hooked it up with all the yarn and demonstrated it, and it worked. So I can't remember how much they said it would be worth, but I thought that was so cool. So it got me looking around at videos and posts about sock knitting machines, the hand crank, you know, the old. So anyway, not you know, the newer ones that are plastic. I'm talking about the old metal, big monster type things. I just think they're so cool. But anyway, there's not much around anymore. They do have the new stuff, which is, you know, plastic, which are, you know, just fine too. But anyway, that was very cool. I wanted to be that guy who got to go into the yarn shop and see somebody hook up yarn and start knitting a sock on a sock knitting machine. I just thought that was so cool. So anyway. Okay, so I am in my craft corner, and I've got my cup of coffee, and I've got my wall of yarn. There were a couple things here that I wanted to talk about really fast. This speckle yarn, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll go ahead and pull it out. Oh, and yarn fell. This is Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo Speckle. I started something with it. They had 4 different colorways when I was there. I found this at Walmart. I would have gotten more, but I had to stop myself because I'm like, Abby, you have too much yarn. But anyway, I really like this, and I want to go back and get the blue. I think there was red, and I can't remember the other colors, but I really like this. Now I have to try to put it back. We didn't really organize it like I would have liked. We just kind of threw it back there. Where's the other? Oh. But I think it looks okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just there. Oh, this was the other. This is the Nature's Nook that I was sharing about last time. This is one of the colors. I think it's beautiful. There is a soft pink too, and like the sage green, which is, oh, it's in my desk. But what is this color name? Does it have a color name? Oh, russet. Russet. So I really like this, and I think this is the cream. Yeah, this is the white, and then there's a pink. I'm not sure. That might be back in my room. But anyway, I really like this Nature's Nook yarn. It's fun. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is the pink. So isn't that pretty? This is, let's see. So this is my basket of socks. These are all my crochet socks. I need to wash them. And I got out my little rack. Oh, watch out, Will. This is my rack that I will, after I wash and dry them, or wash them and squeeze them out, I will hang them up on this to dry. And this is nice. The first one I had was a wooden one, and it was old. It was my grandpa's actually, and it wasn't very sturdy. And I think one of the kids bumped into it and it fell and broke. So this one is much nicer. I think I found this at Meijer. But anyway, yeah, I like this very much. So, so what can I share about? Maybe I'll share about my finished object right here. I have not weaved in the ends, but this is the block I've been working on. This is from Annie's Knit Block of the Month, and this was the alternative block 11. So it really doesn't have a name, but my daughter named it Raindrops. So this was the first one I made, and it's in the gray. This is actually in cappuccino. This is the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted. And so I got that one done, so I started a new one. And I love these colors. This is what came in the kit. And I purchased this a couple years ago, and yes, I'm just now doing it. So this is the next one I started, and this is with this lovely color, which I hate the name of it. I would really like to give it a new name, but for anybody that's looking for it, this is Mouse Gray. Mouse Gray. Yes, you heard me right. So I would like to give it a new name because I hate that name, but it's beautiful yarn. It's very soft and it's lovely, and it works up very nice. So the next colors I have to start with, this is Chinchilla. So I really like that color. And then this is, it's got some cross stitch on it, or it looks like it's got cross stitch. A friend of mine from church gave this to me because she knows I would like to learn cross stitch, and so she gave that to me. I thought that was beautiful. So I'm going to put that somewhere in my craft corner. Also, this is another knit blanket I started quite a while ago, and I picked it up and started knitting on it again, and it doesn't look like much, But seeing as how this is a blanket and it's going to be very long or very wide, that's a lot. So I'm doing something very, very simple. But I really like this yarn. This is the Lion brand Mandala Ombre. And what colorway is this? I got it on clearance. This is, oh, Felicity. So I thought that was really pretty. But yeah, I've got it on my Denise circular needles, but it's pretty long. So this is a nice easy knit. I do have my stitch markers there. But it's basically knitting and purling. So I can sit and do this. I try to do 1 row a night. And I've gotten pretty far on it, you know, not bad. But this is something very easy that I can just sit and do while the kids are watching cartoons or something, or just drinking my cup of coffee or something. My other, oh, I told you I had a fall project, so there's not much done on it. So I apologize, but this is going to be a pumpkin dishcloth or dish rag or washcloth or dish towel or whatever. So I decided I wanted to try this yarn. This is from Yarn Lane, so it's a Michaels brand yarn. This is from recycled cotton, and I like the different colors. They kind of, you know, it's an ombre effect almost. Let's see what the color, this is cream stripe. So I found the pattern on Etsy, and it's for pumpkins. So I decided to try that. So there's that. I know I don't have much done on it, but you know, that's what happens. I think I wanted to share about this too. I happened to find this after I shared about my last one, which is right here. Oh, there's something in this. What's in it? Well, that one doesn't smell very good. Oh! Here's some other yarn that I found. Red Heart Super Saver. Isn't that beautiful? I don't remember the colorway name. Oh, Reef. Okay, so I wanted to make a sweater with this, so that's why I put it in there. Ooh, this does not smell good at all. So this is another one I found, very inexpensive. You have to kind of look around, like I said before. This one has the yarn hole in the top instead of on the side, but it was in very good condition. I mean, just almost perfect. And I really like, if you can see the little clasp on the top, it's not like the other one. You lift it up like that, and then it just comes right off. Ooh. Yeah. And there's the inside. So this would work really well if you have really long knitting needles like these, because of how tall it is. So that would actually fit. Look at that. See, on my old one it wouldn't fit, so I can actually put this project in there. Look at that. Oh, almost doesn't fit. Almost. But anyway, this is really beautiful. I like this. See, the other one is shorter. So you can see that. It's pretty short. So this would only fit certain knitting needles. It would only fit the shorter ones. Oh! That was you. I knitted some baby slippers. I said back then that I have 3 friends that are expecting, and I wanted to make something for them. One of them is a lady I work with, and she had a baby shower, and so I got to go to that. But I wanted to make her something, usually a blanket, but it takes me so long to do those things. So I thought a quick, small project. So I found a video tutorial for baby slippers on YouTube, and it's from Tio Makes. It's from her YouTube channel. So this is the first baby slipper that I made, and I used a 4.5 knitting needle, and they turned out a little big, and I messed up on a couple of the stitches, but it turned out pretty good for my first one. So I showed it to my friend, and she would like a smaller one, so I made this one. So this is on the 4mm needle, and I am using the worsted weight yarn, but this one turned out much better. But I am going to go smaller, either a 3.5 or a 3. I might even go down to a DK weight yarn. This is the worsted weight yarn, just to make it smaller. But anyway, and she also has a tutorial for a baby cardigan, which I've never knit a garment before. So I thought I might try that next, because the video tutorial really helps. So anyway, I am really enjoying that, and I would like to make some baby quilts. Sewing goes a lot faster than knitting or crochet. One of the babies is due in October, and I think the other 2 are due in November, so I don't have a whole lot of time. So, and I have lots of fabric, so I actually ordered a book, and it's not come yet, but I found a baby quilt book, thrift books. It was very inexpensive, but it had several quick and easy projects for baby quilts. So the only trouble I have with making quilts is the binding. I had so much trouble figuring out how to bind it, and I messed up several times and had to rip it out and redo it. So that was frustrating. So I think that's kind of what's intimidated me about making another quilt, although I would like to make another one. It was the binding. So I've only made 1 quilt so far, and I would love to make more. And I've been looking at different patterns and different fabrics, and I would just love to make more quilts. But now that I have my sewing machine, my desk set up, I can actually do that. However, I am still missing my blue sewing box. I'm not sure where it is. Some of the stuff we put in my closet, some of the stuff is still out in the garage, some of it's in the pantry. I mean, it's just everywhere. And I have gone through my stash and gotten rid of a lot of stuff too, which, you know, that's fine. You shouldn't have too much stuff, but when it's your craft supplies, you're like, I never know if I'll need that. I might need that, or I might use that. Well, like for the safety eyes, I was going to finish that doll for my daughter's birthday, but I couldn't find my safety eyes. They were in one of the tubs in the garage. Well, I finally found those, but her birthday's over now, so. I mean, I can still do the doll, of course. I can still make the doll, finish it for her. But anyway, I wanted it to give to her at her party, and that's gone now. But anyway, but never fear, it's fine. We can celebrate her birthday all month, so. Anyway, is that all I had? Oh, I finished my knit dish towel. However, I gifted it to one of the ladies at my work. So I took a picture of it, of the finished dish towel, and I will pop in a picture to let you guys see that. So that was the second one I made, and that is a free pattern off Hirschners.com. So you can go download it and use that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to oh, yes! Hang on. I am jumping all over the place, I know. I'm getting a little hot in this sweater. I put on the sweater because it was a little cold, and now I'm hot. Okay. So, lady at my church asked me if I could finish this for her mother. This was her mother's very first crochet project, and she wanted me to tie up the ends so she could give it to her grandson. And I thought I would share this because it was just so beautiful. It's a huge, huge Afghan. And so anyway, I said, yeah, I could finish it for you. But it's just so beautiful. So I did not make this. This was just... she asked me if I could finish it for her, for, you know, tying off the ends to make sure they don't come undone. It's such a beautiful Afghan, and then it will go to her grandson. So this is going to be one of those sit in front of the TV and tie a bunch of ends for a while. So, blend, so I can actually wash them, like put them in the regular wash. And so they're not all made with sock yarn. I love sock yarn, but that means you have to hand wash it and be very careful that you don't put it in the dryer and it gets shrunk. So I just wanted kind of an easy wash pair of socks. So those are those. I do have some shorty socks or ankle socks or whatever you want to call them in here. So these I did in contrasting, so aren't they cute? The only problem with this pair is I thought they were the same weight socks, but they weren't. One was a little bit thicker than the other, so I don't think they turned out the exact same size. But still, they're fine. Then these were my Christmas socks. And I made these kind of opposite too. But these had some sparkle in them. I thought those were really cute. That was from, can't remember, Craft House Magic, that's right. This one I did two. Well, first of all, I ran out of the yarn, so this was the first one, and it's beautiful. I did two strands held together to make them thick and squishy, and then I ran out of this, and I had to use the other yarn, which came in the blue, which is, it's fine, it's beautiful, but it looks kind of odd. The majority of these socks are a certain pattern. There's another hair. They need to be washed. They're nasty. I'm sorry. And I will share them. I do have books that I will share with you, but these are my favorite. Then I made some birthday socks with, and these are the same pattern. I made the cuff extra long because I really like how warm they are. But this is from Hedge something yarns. This is cherry something. A Walk in the Woods or something. But anyway, yeah. So I made those. Oh, no. These are the cherry socks. These are the cherry socks. And this one I played around with because I ran out with the contrasting color. So I had to do, there's more hairs. I ran out of this brown, so I just had to do, anyway, these are fun. And then last but not least, these are halfway socks. So these are not the long crew socks and they're not the shorty socks. They're just like halfway socks. And I made this with, this is with the Malabrigo, I can't remember the colorway name, but this was my favorite. I just love the colors, and there's another hair. Oh my stars. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This I have not used or tried any of the patterns out of. This is the one I use the majority of the patterns. This is New Methods for Crochet. This is Annie's Crochet by Ron Strong. And the two that I use the most, let me see if I can find them. This is the side to side sock. That's the one I use the most. It is very easy. The other one is the basic, which is this one on the front, and that's the basic one. So it's just these two patterns that I use the most because they're simple, easy, quick. I have tried other ones, but I got stuck on them. Let's see, I have used this one. This is the book that I used when I made socks for my daughters, and this was the pattern. I did not make the frills on it though. I just made the sock. I need to make my daughters more socks too. So I have other crochet books, crochet sock books, but I have not tried them yet. This is a new one, Crocheted Socks, 16 Fun to Stitch Patterns. This is by Janet Reffeld and Mary Jane Wood. So that has lots of cool ones on there. And then You Can Crochet Socks. This is by Kim Katori. So this has lots of cool things on it. I don't know if I've shared about this one. Oh, these are the same. These are both by the same people, Janet Reffeld and Mary Jane Wood. So I didn't know that. Huh. So this one I have had for a while, and it uses, you can make socks with beads and sock yarn, just lots of fun ideas and stuff. This one I have not tried. This is by Sasha. This is the same lady that does the crochet rag dolls, and I wanted to give hers a try. She uses front post stitches, and so although I would like them, well, she doesn't use them for everyone. I just haven't tried it yet, but hers are different construction, and as you can see, the heel is different, so that's something that I would probably have to learn. And I just haven't had time to do it yet, but this is a really cool book also.